Heck yeah. So sick. Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Chasing Leadville 100. We're officially in our 13 weeks out week. So today we're just going to do a quick 45-minute trail run, and then we will actually go into a strength workout later today. So you're going to follow me along this beautiful little trail that has some wildflowers on it, and it's just going to be a great time. So I did climb Whitney just a few days ago, and then actually I did a run the day afterwards. I felt pretty good. The only thing that's kind of lingering from that is just a little bit of knee pain because we wore crampons and we're on ice for 15 hours. So the climb itself was so beautiful and just such a great time, but we'll talk through that whole experience a little bit later. But yeah, I just applied some CBD and like icy hot combo. It's actually by Wolf 21. This stick is honestly freaking magic for inflammation and pain. So I'm just popping that on before. And I got a new pair of shoes, which every runner makes excuses for buying new shoes, but these are actually the brand new Ultraflies by Nike, and I think they look super sick. So this is what they look like. They have a fly plate in there, so they are carbon, but I'm gonna try them out today. It's a 45-minute run, so if I don't like them, we're not like gonna be too far out to where I'm gonna have to be in pain for a long time, but I'm excited to try these out. So these are the Ultraflies. I do size up, so every time I buy a running shoe, I size up either half to a full size for my normal street shoe, and I did the same for this. So I got a 6.5 in this. Normally I wear like 5.5 or a 6 in like street shoes. So let's try these guys on. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Has like your goal race. They only have up to 50K on here. I think we need to put a 100 miler on there. That's really neat though. Cute. Way to go, Nike. 45 minutes, just one gel. I just put it in my pants. So I do one gel every 45 minutes for trail runs or road runs. Like, doesn't matter how long the run is. If it's 45 minutes, I will take a gel at 45 minutes. It's just something that I am getting in the habit of, and I have been in the habit of for, honestly, since Ironman. So, yeah, we want to make sure that we're staying fueled, hydrated, all of the things. Have one more bite of my bow bar, and we will head out to the trail. Okay, literally the first step, we are still in the parking lot. My car is right there, and my shoes are already, this is my white shoes. Are probably not the greatest for trail running, but here we go. Let's do a little trail run. Ready? Let's get it. All right, it's been 45 minutes. We're on our way back down, but I'm gonna take my gel because we said we take it every 45 minutes. So taking a little Go Gel, 24 grams of carbs, real quick. It is hot. It's like really hot, but it tastes good still. So we love it. Tastes like a mixed berry Starburst. See you at the bottom. We did it! Okay, so we have 5 miles and 1/4. So I'll give you my stats when I can pull them up here. But that was a really good interval session. We did a little bit extra time, but honestly, it felt so good. The shoes, so I will say the lugs are quite short. So for this type of trail, it's perfect. For anything like that, I need extra grip. They might be a little bit too light, but comfort-wise, they did so good. And they're really actually like a light shoe. So I felt like I was flying. So we had 55 minutes, 10:39 average pace, which honestly on trail is great. That's a good pace to hold. And then let's see our elevation gain, 890 feet. So a little bit lighter on the elevation gain, but within less than an hour. That's honestly pretty good. Okay, so we just got from the trail to the gym. I'm gonna change when I get in there because I feel a little gross, but I also stopped and got a little bit of caffeination. I'm trying to tell myself to only drink half because there's 300 milligrams caffeine and it is almost 4 p.m. It's way past where I usually cut myself off, but I feel like I need it. So we're gonna pop in, hit a full body with a back focus workout. Thank you, Ben Light, for the programming. But yeah, let's go freaking crush it. To wrap up today's video, I'm gonna walk through a quick overview of our Mount Whitney climb. And just to start off the conversation, I have a lot of mountaineering experience. I've done several climbs in Washington State with big crevasse, really technical climbs. So coming into this climb, I was very prepared for winter conditions and honestly just prepared to experience something for the first time and have to kind of think on our feet a little bit when it came to conditions because there wasn't a lot of trip reports out there, and an early May summit of Mount Whitney is very much a winter climb. It is not your standard like walk up that you could do in the summer without much training and without much technical equipment. So 100% I prepared my team with a packing list that was very comprehensive and very thorough. We all brought safety equipment, so ice axe, crampons, helmet, glacier goggles, or something to that extent. And we all brought, several other layers. So one thing that I always recommend for anyone who's going out on any hiking adventure or any backpacking adventure is having extra base layers. So no matter what, having an extra set of base layers can really save you. Especially if you're sweating through base layers and or if something just gets wet, you always have a change of base layer and socks. So I always carry honestly like 4 pairs of socks because you never know, especially with climbing partners. But yeah, extra base layers, extra socks, and extra layers. So I did weigh my pack and my pack was 35 pounds and this was without water included in. Brighton's gonna join us. So pack was 35 pounds without water and with a lot of food already eaten. I didn't weigh it until after the climb. So just a reference, you are gonna be carrying extra gear if you summit Mount Whitney during the winter. The conditions are just a lot more severe than if you are to do it in summer. Summer, obviously, like you have the heat, that's a factor, but with extra ice and snow on trail, and we experienced ice and snow from the very beginning of the trail, you're just gonna have to be a little bit more prepared for that. So I summited with my friends Abby and Michelle. Michelle and I have climbed mountains before in Washington. She's a great ski mountaineer. She's a great mountaineer. She actually drove down from Washington State, and Abby actually lives in LA. So I flew to LA and we actually traveled to the trailhead together. So we stayed overnight at Whitney Portal Campground, which was such a great situation. We were only 2 minutes from the trailhead itself. But something that we did kind of prepare for, but not really prepare for, was we actually summited a day earlier than we originally planned. So we had planned to get to the trailhead for a night, stay for a full day, acclimate to 8,500, which is where our climb starts, and then actually summit on Saturday. But what we did instead was we drove down super late. I don't think we got to the trailhead until 11 p.m. We slept for an hour and a half and then we were up and we were summiting. So we did this because of weather. So we checked the weather beforehand and it looked like there was gonna be a lot of precipitation and cloud coverage on our projected summit day. So we decided to make the call to actually move that forward. With that, we were prepared for a little bit more of a chance of getting altitude sickness. So if you don't have time to fully acclimate, you have a higher chance of getting altitude sickness sickness, which can manifest in so many different ways, but common symptoms are headache, disorientation, dizziness, vomiting, nausea, etc. So we made sure to stay really fueled and hydrated because that's honestly the best way to prevent altitude sickness, besides just showing up early and actually acclimating. So we tried to stay as fueled as we could while on course. Abby did get a little bit altitude sick, which was such a bummer, but she powered through. And honestly, it was such an incredible day on the mountain, and I could not have thought of a better group to go up with. And I just enjoyed myself. I love mountaineering. It's truthfully like what I feel lights my soul on fire outside of trail racing. It's just the best. We were actually the only all women's group on the mountain as well. So it was just such a beautiful experience, such a beautiful mountain. I mean, the 360-degree views of the mountains when we got up on the E-ledges, which are like very exposed ledges, very technical, truthfully, with all the ice and all the snow, but just the most beautiful and magnificent view of the Sierras. So it was my first experience in the Sierras, and I 100% would love to go back to do some more mountaineering or some more trekking. But all in all, it was so beautiful. We made it to the top, 14,000 and a half feet, so 14,500 feet at the top, and it was just such an incredible day. So I got to spend a little bit of extra time in LA, in Newport, meeting up with my friend Cam, and it was just all in all such a great trip. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Chasing Leadville 100. I cannot wait for another trail session with you guys. We have a lot more of training on the calendar, so keep watching, subscribe. Please like this video, please comment on this video and interact. It really does help me out, but I look forward to seeing you guys next week on Chasing Leadville 100. See you guys soon.